This guy Jesse, he's made over $58,980 selling AI pet portraits. ModPaw's over $166,543 using a stupid simple setup that delivers custom pet art, some digital only, others printed and shipped. Then there's Pets RH at $13,719, and Sartify at $34,408, and Furlio, the biggest one I found, at $465,540 all-time revenue. All of them selling portraits of people's pets, but the smartest ones, they've automated the entire thing. They don't manually create the artwork, they don't deliver files by hand, they don't spend hours replying to DMs. This is an AI business with powerhouse potential, where the product is delivered automatically after the customer places an order on your store. So in this video, I'm going to walk through the exact system that lets you do the same. It pulls the customer's pet image from Shopify, and I'll show you how to set up that as well. Then it runs that image through an AI model that makes it look stunning. It then uploads that result to a Google Drive folder and emails the download link to the customer instantly, all while you're sleeping, working, or literally doing anything else. And before we go any further, here's what I want you to do. Go to replicate.com and create a free account. This is where AI magic happens. It's how we'll turn customer photos into stunning pet portraits automatically. You can do this in 30 seconds. And once you're in, just leave the tab open. I'll show you how to connect it to the automation later in the video. So let's move on. We need to figure out what's actually selling. We're not going to guess, we're going to spy using a free tool called Allura AI. You can add this from the Google Chrome extension store for free, just like I've done here. And then we're going to go to Etsy.com and search keywords like this right here, pet portraits, and we're going to scroll and look for listings that have this little digital download icon, because when we do this, we can open these, and then what we'll do is click our little Allura button right here, and it'll pop up how much in sales they're actually doing. So right now on a monthly basis, $1,635, all time, $13,719. And if we scroll down, I can see another one here that has the digital download icon. So let's open it up. We'll go click right here on the Allura icon, $3,618 monthly, all time, $34,408. And another one right here, we'll open this up. Monthly revenue, $3,921. All time, $159,660. But here's what matters most. They all follow the same formula. A clean thumbnail with an example pet, a punchy title, a couple of real customer images in the photo gallery, and an easy delivery promise, like upload your pet photo and you'll receive an email with the download link within 24 hours. Your goal here isn't to reinvent anything. It's to copy what's proven, add your twist, and plug it into automation. So now that you know what sells, let's build the storefront that turns this into a real business. And don't worry, we're keeping this simple. You're only going to need one product page, one form, and one automation that takes care of the rest. And for me personally, I prefer to sell on my own store instead of a platform like Etsy, so that way I can keep more profits and build my own sellable brand over time. Using the link in the description, right now you can get 3 days free without having to put in any credit card information on Shopify, and then it'll be $1 a month for the first 3 months. And once you open your Shopify account, you'll want to go here to your product section and create a new listing. I created an example right here, and I just called it Turn Your Pet into Art Pup Portraits. And then I had this description made by ChatGPT, so I didn't even have to make it myself, where it basically explains how it works. Upload your favorite photo, we'll work the magic, and you'll get your proof in 24 hours and download and show off. And that this is a digital product only. And here I just added a placeholder image for the sake of this video, and the price is $0 because I've been testing it, but you could sell this for $19 to $39 on your own storefront. And I'm not tracking quantity, and I have deselected this is a physical product. So that way customers won't have to put in their shipping information at checkout. Now here's the important part. You need to be able to collect the information from the customer, such as the photo, the name of their dog, and if they want to add any special requests or have a certain color on the background. And the easiest way to do this for free is by using this app called Upload Lift, where here on my product page, people have to put in the pet name, the background color, and any special requests, and then upload the photo. And if I don't do those things, then I can't add the product to cart. So it's important that you have these forms here and that it's all connected, because if you don't, the rest of what I'm going to show you in this video won't work. So back here on Upload Lift, all you have to do is click New Upload Field. And this is the exact form setup that I've used to generate the one on my product page example, so you can literally copy this exactly for yourself. And what I've done here is clicked here for the upload to be required, and the form is selected for product instead of on any of these other pages. And what I've done is if I scroll down here to the bottom, you can see that I can add form fields. So I've added new text fields for things such as the pet name, which you can see is right here. This field is required. I added a maximum length. I added another field here for the background color, and this field is required. And then the special request is not required because maybe some people don't want to add a hat or sunglasses to their dog. And then one of the most important things that I've done is made sure that this is for one specific product, and it's for the one that I created. And for the AI tool we'll be using, it requires the input image to be a PNG or a JPEG. So I've selected that right here and made the number of files single file, hide the previously uploaded files, allow all dimensions, and at the top right here, I've made this active and then saved. So when you go back to your product and you click view, you should be able to see the forms on the product page, which I can see right here. So now the flow is this: a customer lands on your product page, they upload the image of their pet, they fill out the name, background, or special request, they pay, and then your automation starts generating the final result without you doing anything. You don't need a full website, you don't need a brand, you don't need a ton of different products to sell, just one clean product page. So once that's done, we'll move over to the real magic. This is where everything comes together. Instead of emailing back and forth and editing every photo, we're going to use N8N to build an automation that handles it all. I just made an account for free and created this no-code workflow where it listens for a Shopify order to come in, then it takes that information to create the AI image, and then it downloads it, uploads to my Google Drive, and then sends an access link via email directly to the customer. Now let's break this down step by step. It starts with this node right here, which listens for whenever a new Shopify order is created. So if I go here and I search Shopify, and then I'll type in created, and I can look right here, whenever an order is created, that is the trigger. So for example, let me open this up right here, and I'm going to click execute step, and right now it's going to listen for new orders from my store. I just made a test order right now, so it pulled in the data over here on the right side. Then that takes us to the next node, which is to organize the fields. So if I went here to add another node, and I clicked here, data transformation, this is an edit fields node. And when I open this, here's what it looks like. On the left, it'll have all of the information from the Shopify order, which is a lot, right? And we don't need all of that data going to our AI and messing up the actual process. So instead, what we do is we take out the most important things that we need, such as the pet name field, the background color field, the upload URL field from the app, which hosts the customer's image. And then we take the customer's email, if they added any special requests, and their order number. So whenever you create this node, you'll just select manual mapping and you'll create a new input field right here. And let's say I wanted to create the email. Then what I would do right here is just type email like I did in one above. So I'll call this email 1. And then I would go here on the left side in the Shopify order information and look for that data point. So this right here is the email, and I literally will just drag it over like that. So once you've organized these main data points, then all you'll want to do is click execute step. And then it will bring all of those most important points right here. And then that brings me to the next node, which actually generates the AI image. And this is one you definitely want to pay attention to. This next node is making a request. And I'll show you what mine looks like right here. Remember the beginning of this video where I had you create a replicate.com account? Well, now is where we're going to use that. Now, replicate.com hosts a ton of different AI models for a ton of different use cases, but this is going to be the one that we are using. It's by Black Forest Labs, and it's the Flux Context Pro. So once you're here, all you're going to want to do is go here to API, then you'll click here on HTTP, and then we're going to scroll down and just grab this URL right here, copy it, and then here on this node, you want to change the method to post. So this way it's actually sending it to the AI. And this right here is the URL we just copied. Authentication will leave blank, but what we will do is turn on send headers. And using the fields below, this is where you'll put your replicate.com token. If you don't have one already, you just want to go to your user and go to API tokens. And then you'll have your token here, which you can copy. And then you'll just type in token space, and then you paste your token. And then under the token, we'll add another header, which is content-type, application, JSON, and then one more header, which is prefer, and then wait. This is basically telling the automation that we want to wait for the outcome to produce before it continues. So now that we've added our AI model, we need to set up the most important part, which is the body and the JSON text, because this is what's going to actually include the prompt, the data points from the Shopify order, and that's how we'll get an image. So I'm going to open this up right here so you can see what I've done. And what I've done is I've added here the input, And then the prompt, I said, make this a cute photorealistic dog portrait with a background color that the customer selected. So all you have to do is, if I remove this right here, all I would have to do is drag it back, and now we have it. So it has that color background and his name, whatever the pet's name is, under him on a pedestal. And then if there's any special request, if they say like add a hat, add a mustache, then I have that here. If there's nothing, then it will do nothing. And then the input image is the one that the customer uploaded. So this is an image to image AI model, which means that it's going to take the existing one that we submitted and then use that to create the output. So that way it actually looks like the customer's dog. And then the aspect ratio, 3:4. So if I close this out and I click execute step, it's now working in action and we have an output. And now let me show you the next nodes that we need to add, which the next one is going to be another request node, which is going to download the image. On this one, the method is get, and then you just drag the output URL to right here, execute step. Now it's downloaded the file. We'll close this one out and upload to Drive. So this node is under Google Drive, and what it is doing is upload file. The resource is file, the operation is upload, and then the input data field name is data, because as we can see right here, the downloaded image name is data. And then for the file name, I wanted it to be the Shopify order number, so that way it's easy to organize. And I wanted it to end in the PNG format. And I wanted it to upload to my drive in a folder I specifically created for this called doggies. So now I'll click execute step, and it's been uploaded to my Google Drive folder. But now what happens when you upload a file to Google Drive is by default, it will make that file private. So we need to make it viewable. So I added another Google Drive node right here, and it's a share file node. And it's pretty simple. It's file, operation, share, and then the ID I drug over from the previous output, put the role to reader and anyone. So now anybody that has this link will be able to see and download the image. And then arguably the most important part, actually sending this file to the customer. So all I did was create a node right here in Gmail, and it's to send a message. The resource is to message, operation, send. And what I did was take the email from the Shopify order. This is where the image will actually be sent. This is the subject line. This is the email. And then what I've done is just drug over the link from the upload to Drive folder. It's this one right here, the web view link. And now it should send an email with that file. And that's it. It's actually pretty simple. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to make it active. This whole system takes 30 to 60 minutes to get set up. And once it's live, you're hands off. You sell, it runs, the customer receives. Now let's test the automation and show it in live action. And before I show you this working, I just wanted to let you know real quick that I am working with people who want to build their own digital product business, but it's in a pretty tight-knit group because I've been working on something behind the scenes and I'm looking for a few more people that may want to try it out before I do the public launch. So if that's something you find interesting after you see how this works, just message me the word YouTube over on my Instagram and I'll have the details delivered to you. All right, we're going to use this image as an example. So I'm going to save this. And now I'm here on my test product page. I'm going to call him umbilical. The background color is going to be turquoise blue, if I learned how to spell. And the special request is to add a mullet wig. We're gonna really throw this thing a curveball today and see if it really works. Now I'm going to upload the photo. All right, upload complete. We're gonna add it to cart. Checkout, scroll down here, click complete order, and now it should be working. So the order is completely processed now. You can see the time is 6:20 in the top right, and right here in the email, literally at 6:20 as well, I can see the image already right here. I don't know if it liked that wig input for a mullet, but that's pretty cute. I don't know about this thing. It looks a little funny. All right, I just tested another one. It's 6:21. Almost instantly at 6:21, we have another image. Oh, look how cute, my little Charlie boy. So there you have it. You just learned how to build a fully automated AI pet portrait business. From spying on winning products to setting up a product page form and building the entire backend automation using N8N and AI. No coding required. It's a real product people are buying every day. You saw examples like Furlio doing over $465,000, ModPaws hitting over $166,000, and the best part, You don't need to draw, fulfill orders manually, or be some tech genius. And if you want my help in doing this for yourself, like I said a few minutes ago, I'm working on something super special right now, and I'm looking for a few more people that want to build their own digital product business and get my personal help before I do the full-blown public launch of it. So if you're interested in possibly working with me, just message me the word YouTube over on my Instagram so that way I can get all the details delivered to you. This is your chance to catch the AI wave before it gets oversaturated. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.